What is Python?
Python is a high-level, interpreted programming language known for its simplicity and readability, suitable for a wide range of applications.
Explain the difference between list and tuple.
Lists are mutable, modifiable, while tuples are immutable, unchangeable.
What are the key features of Python?
Key features include dynamic typing, automatic memory management, readability, extensive standard libraries, and high-level data types.
Describe how Python uses indentation.
Python uses indentation, white space, to define code blocks and enforce readability, unlike other languages that use braces or keywords.
What is PEP 8?
PEP 8 is the official style guide for Python code, providing guidelines for writing clean, readable code and promoting consistency.
Explain the difference between equal sign and is in Python.
Equal compares the values of two objects, while is compares their identities, memory addresses, checking if they refer to the same object.
What is a dictionary in Python?
A dictionary is a mutable, unordered collection of key-value pairs, where each key is unique and associated with a corresponding value.
How do you comment in Python?
Single-line comments start with hash symbol, while multi-line comments use triple quotes, or.
What are the different data types in Python?
Data types include integer, float, string, list, tuple, dictionary, Boolean, set, and more.
Explain the concept of a generator in Python.
Generators are functions that return an iterator, enabling lazy evaluation and memory efficiency by generating values on the fly.
What is the difference between append and extend methods in Python lists?
Append adds a single element to the end of the list, while extend adds multiple elements from an iterable to the end of the list.
How do you handle exceptions in Python?
Exceptions are handled using try-except blocks, allowing for graceful error handling and preventing program crashes.
Explain the concept of a lambda function in Python.
Lambda functions are anonymous functions defined using the lambda keyword, primarily used for short, one-line functions without a name.
What is the purpose of the pass statement in Python?
The pass statement is a no-operation placeholder, used when a statement is syntactically required but no action is needed.
How can you reverse a list in Python?
Lists can be reversed using the reverse method or by slicing with a step of 1.
What is the purpose of split and join methods in Python strings?
Split splits a string into a list of substrings based on a delimiter, while join concatenates a list of strings into a single string using a delimiter.
Explain the concept of a set in Python.
A set is an unordered collection of unique elements used for mathematical operations like union, intersection, difference, and symmetric difference.
What is the difference between deep copy and copy methods in Python?
Deep copy creates a deep copy of an object, including copies of nested objects, while copy creates a shallow copy, copying only the top-level object.
How do you open and read files in Python?
Files are opened using the open function, and data is read using methods like read, readline, or by iterating over the file object.
Explain the concept of a module in Python.
A module is a file containing Python code that can be executed or imported into other Python programs, allowing for code organization and reuse.
What is the purpose of init.py files in Python packages?
Init py files indicate that the directory should be treated as a package, allowing for module importation and initialization when the package is imported.
How can you perform multithreading in Python?
Multi-threading can be achieved using the threading module, allowing for concurrent execution of multiple threads within the same process.
Explain the purpose of the map function in Python.
Map applies a given function to each item of an iterable, e.g., list, and returns a new iterable containing the results, enabling efficient element-wise operations.
What is the purpose of the super function in Python?
Super returns a proxy object that delegates method calls to a parent or sibling class, facilitating method overriding and inheritance in object-oriented programming.
How can you remove duplicates from a list in Python?
Duplicates can be removed from a list by converting it to a set, which automatically removes duplicates due to its unique property, or by using list comprehensions.
What is the purpose of the yield keyword in Python?
Yield is used in generator functions to temporarily suspend execution and yield a value to the caller, allowing for lazy evaluation and efficient memory usage.
How can you swap the values of two variables in Python?
Values can be swapped using multiple assignment, e.g., a, b equal b, arithmetic operations, or using a temporary variable.
Explain the purpose of the enumerate function in Python.
Enumerate adds a counter to an iterable and returns an enumerate object containing pairs of index and value, facilitating iteration with both index and value.
What is the purpose of the try, except, else, and finally blocks in Python exception handling?
Try block contains code that may raise an exception, except block catches and handles specific exceptions, else block executes if no exception occurs, and finally block always executes, regardless of whether an exception occurs or not.
How do you find the maximum and minimum values in a Python list?
Maximum and minimum values can be found using the max and min functions, respectively, or by using the sorted function with slicing.
What are Python decorators and how do they work?
Decorators are functions that modify the behavior of other functions, typically used for adding functionality to existing functions, such as logging, caching, or authentication.
How can you check if a given key exists in a dictionary?
Dictionary keys can be checked using the in keyword or get method to avoid cure exceptions if the key does not exist.
Explain the concept of list comprehension in Python.
List comprehension is a concise way to create lists based on existing lists, applying an expression to each item, optionally including conditions or loops within a single line of code.
What is the purpose of the del keyword in Python?
Del keyword removes a variable, item, or slice from memory, freeing up resources, or deletes an attribute from an object.
How can you sort a Python list in ascending and descending order?
Lists can be sorted using the sorted function or sort method, specifying the reverse parameter for descending order.
Explain the purpose of the zip function in Python.
Zip function aggregates elements from multiple iterables, e.g., lists, into tuples, creating an iterator that can be used for parallel iteration or data pairing.
How do you create a virtual environment in Python?
Virtual environments can be created using the venv module or virtual env package, isolating Python dependencies for different projects and avoiding conflicts.
What is the purpose of the any and all functions in Python?
Any returns true if any element in an iterable is true, while all returns true if all elements in an iterable are true, facilitating Boolean operations on iterables.
Explain the concept of the global keyword in Python.
Global keyword declares a variable as global within a function scope, allowing it to be accessed and modified outside the function's scope.
How can you concatenate strings in Python?
Strings can be concatenated using the plus operator, join method, or formatted strings, fstrings, providing different approaches for string manipulation.
What is the purpose of the filter function in Python?
Filter function applies a function to each element of an iterable and returns an iterator containing elements for which the function returns true, enabling efficient element filtering.
How can you convert a string to a list in Python?
Strings can be converted to lists using the split method, list comprehension, or by directly iterating over the string characters.
Explain the concept of recursion in Python.
Recursion is a programming technique where a function calls itself in a repetitive manner to solve problems, often used for tasks with repetitive or nested structures.
What is the purpose of the with statement in Python?
With statement simplifies resource management by automatically closing files or releasing resources when exiting the block, improving code readability and robustness. Appreciate tuning into our curated Python interview questions. Best of luck on your journey.